Turn your VCRs on. We've got some great racing action. Let's begin with the GT4 race. GT4 pole sitter and defending champ Don Erb chases Floridian Eric Van Cleef and shows a classic way not to try to pass, hitting Van Cleef going straight on and plowing into the wall, sending tires like shrapnel, hitting Motorweek cameraman Bob Kramer, who keeps on shooting. Another look at the incident shows the force of Erb's hit, causing him to go straight into the tire wall, flipping over on his roof. Don was pulled out and was all right. Richard Grant picks up the lead, but despite a battered car, Van Cleef battles back from the rear of the pack and challenges Grant for the win on the final lap. At the bridge, with one turn left, Van Cleef goes side by side but can't hold it, and Grant goes on to his first SCCA title. Van Cleef finished third, but thought he could have won.
Richard was using every piece of pavement, and it was all I could do to keep from hitting him under the bridge. He runs strong, but I would have had him beat if he would have given me just a patch. I would have been by him in a flash.
Always spectacular and entertaining to the fans. The Formula V race didn't disappoint as 38 drivers went hard into turn one, and again chaos. Don Pepperdine gets onto the grass and spins and waits to be swallowed up by the rest of the pack as 7 cars get involved in the incident. Pole sitter Stephen Davis led the pack most of the way, setting up a 4-car train with former champs George Feisel and Bill Noble, along with California's Skip Streets, trading positions for second. While at the bridge, it was Streets and Davis going wide, trying to hold each other off, while defending champ Bill Noble moves up from third to sneak through on the inside to take his third Formula V title. Bill, now you've actually retired and you've come back. You've won 2 in a row. What are your plans for 91?
Well, I'm going to be back racing Formula Vs. I love it. I build a lot of engines, and I have a lot of good friends doing it, and that's a game for me. I'm not going to be another Mario Andretti. You know, I'm not going to be another superstar, but I have a lot of fun with what I'm doing.
Other winners on Friday were Dave Headley in Showroom Stock B, Randy Cranfield in H Production, Michael Galati in Showroom Stock C, Wiley Timbrook in Showroom Stock A, Jeffrey Clinton in GT5, and Ken Prather in G Production. On Saturday, 32 drivers started the Showroom Stock GT race, and right away, defending champ Boris said was going to make sure that the battle wasn't for first as he immediately pulled out to a healthy margin in his BFG Camaro. Drivers kept up the pace using their cars to the fullest, with some running out of luck, including Brian Simo of Carlsbad, California, who spins under the bridge and backs up into the tire wall. Brian not only gets out quickly, but bows to the crowd, who gives him a standing ovation. For race winner, Boris said it was almost a walk in the park. Almost.
Luckily, these cars are so reliable and fun to drive. It's just a breeze.
Other race winners on Saturday were Don Walker in GT3, Craig Taylor in Formula Continental, Michael Rupert in D Sports Racer, Paul Elliott in Formula 440, Bob Boyd in F Production, Joe Hamilton in Formula Atlantic, and Matt Minch in GT2. On Sunday, the large crowd eagerly awaited the SCCA's most powerful class, the GT1s. Pole sitter Steve Petty in his Chevy Camaro got snookered at the start as Flip Groggins in the Buick Regal Turbo outdragged him into turn 1. Petty turned up the wick on the 3rd lap, pulled into the lead, and held off Groggins, winning by less than 2 seconds at the end.
I was nervous the whole time. I went off a couple times. Thought it was pretty scary, and I had a little contact with another guy. I might have been a little over anxious, but it all came together.
Other Sunday class winners included Jack Wheeler in E Production, Jay Hill in Sports 2000, Tom Kester in Formula Ford, Chuck Billington in C Sports Racer, and Kyle Konzer in Spec Racer. I'm Steve Michael reporting for Motorweek Illustrated.
Organizing that event is a massive undertaking for Road Atlanta, but all 22 classes stayed right on schedule, and the track had perfect weather to boot. Our U.S. Air Force Reserve Commander's Performance Award goes to the staff and management of Road A. Congratulations from the 434th Aerial Refueling Wing, Grissom Air Force Base in Indiana.